Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We are now into hour number 3, wide open phones, and a bunch of really insane financial news. It gets more murderous by the minute. Major cutbacks to police forces all over the country. We've been talking about that the last year. Here it is in USA Today. The Pentagon is openly taking over our towns and cities covertly. It's so illegal. It's why we have posse comitatus. Look at the third world. The military's always taken over. And that doesn't mean the average military man or woman. The people running the system are crooks. Just like the Germans weren't bad people, but Hitler was bad. Their commanders. The Russians weren't bad people. Lenin and Stalin were bad. Henry, the Eighth was a bad guy, but the Brits weren't bad people. I mean, it's so elementary. Let's go to Jake in PA, then Nathan, Tony, Michael, Joe, and others. Jake, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up?
Worldwide transmission.
All right. Well, basically, I wanted to make a point about the mosque at Ground Zero. I do believe people are misinterpreting what's going on there. You want to hear my take on it?
Well, I have the absolute take. By the way, did you guys print that link that I was telling you about from the mosque's website itself, where they said their number one funder is actually not the Fox News owner? He's a big one, but that it's the Rockefeller Foundation. So we 100% now know what this is, and that's a big story. I meant to get to it. Go ahead.
Well, that's a part of it. Like, the people funding it is a part of the situation, but actually I do believe they're setting that up because they're engineering an assassination attempt on Obama so that, they can implement their martial law.
I agree. I said 9 months ago, I concur with you that Obama is one of the false flag cards they've got in their hip pocket. Go ahead.
Exactly. And I believe that's why you're having all this Muslim, anti-Muslim fervor and conflict and tension rising. You have Fox coming out with the poll that 20% of people think, U.S. citizens think Obama's a Muslim. He was born in a Muslim country. They're basically painting him as, your poster boy Muslim, so that when they have a CIA front militia group, try to assassinate him.
Bingo.
They could pin it on a militia group, and then, they could implement their martial law, try to confiscate guns and whatnot. And
well, hold on. I'm going to hold you over and give you the floor. I'm going to put you on hold because I want to cover this now. And I want people to get this video out to everyone off of prisonplanet.tv of the radio simulcast. I want you to recap everything you're saying when we come back, but I don't want to cut you short now. We'll put it back on screen. There is the Imams International Philanthropic Organization. Number 1 funder, Carnegie Corporation of New York. Number 2, Rockefeller Brothers. Number 3, Rockefeller Philanthropy. Number 4, Rockefeller Brothers Fund. Now, I went and looked at that last night and added up the amounts they say they've given. So when I say Rockefeller's number 1, if you add the 3 together, it's bigger than the Carnegie Corporation for New York. And in the 40s and 70s, they had congressional hearings that we've read the quotes from here of the tax-free foundations. Just search the term Congressional and Senate investigations of tax-free foundations. They got their minutes. They said, we're going to set up a world government. We're going to finance World War I and World War II. We're going to buy off the churches with the World Council of Churches. We're going to buy off the Muslims. We're going to buy off the Hindus. And we're going to secretly finance them murdering each other. And then we'll be the arbiter. We'll be the referee of all of this, posing as the people that are liberal and want peace. And the Carnegie Endowment said, contrary to stopping war, our endowment for peace, we will be the progenitors of war, because war is the health of the state. This is our full spectrum dominance control system by playing all sides. And so, yes, And this imam may not even know how he's being played. He's CFR, Trilateral Commission, New World Order, Fox News is involved, playing all sides. Stay there, Jake. We're coming back to you. Then Nathan, Tony, Michael, Joe, and others. Stay with us. Key Intel. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365. Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from efoodsdirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh, made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new evacuation pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is efoodsdirect.com. Go to their website online right now, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or call 800-409-5633. Again, on the web, efoodsdirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
We now take you live to the Central Texas Command Center and the heart of the resistance. Rallying patriots worldwide. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big news blitz and key video clip blitz coming up at the bottom of the hour. Let's continue with Jake and PA. If you just joined us, there's so much happening in this full spectrum dominance, scientific dictatorship, central banking warfare model that we're fighting, that I love taking calls because they bring up key issues, they bring up key ideas, they give us key intel over and over again on the show about tyrannical things happening or good things that are happening around the world. We search engine it, we put it on screen, we simulcast the entire radio show every day at prisonplanet.tv in full living color, so you can see what we're reading, see the videos we're talking about. You can experience it and live this ongoing education and awakening that I'm going through, that my crew's going through, that you're going through. It's a group experience and is symbiotic and is multifaceted, multivariate, and is interactive with us together. Now, he brought up something that I noticed going back 2 years ago before he even got elected, right before he got elected going into the election. It's almost 2 years in November, in a couple months. that they were building him up as a messianic God who would save everyone and end racism. But I knew the big tax-free foundations fund racism and social division. Tribalism is what the sociologists and anthropologists actually call it, the psych warfare chiefs. And that he would not deliver. He had the very same advisors, that he would actually accelerate the tyranny. Every president, it gets worse since Kennedy, since the full spectrum coup happened. They were already in control, but they really took control then. They had their beachhead 1913 Federal Reserve Act. And that they would build him up, then destroy him politically. Anytime you criticize government-run health care, wars, torture, secret police, anything they're doing, you're a racist. They would invoke that. Anytime you disagree with any of his policies, and he's just a front man, a Harvard teleprompter reading lawyer, though, you know, smarter than Bush, the last puppet. And that they were building up to re-invoke Oklahoma City and the Patriot movement and stage terror attacks to be blamed on us, including in that spectrum, and claiming we're all white Al-Qaeda, and saying if you don't like corrupt government, I saw a CNN piece with Potok, and he was saying a lot of black groups are becoming sovereign citizens and refusing to go through the system. Little do they know they're following a white supremacist ideology. Well, what does that have to do with it? This is, oh my gosh, black people are getting into this. And of course, there's a spectrum of sovereign citizen groups. There's people that are hardcore accurate, and then kooks out there that are filing fake papers. But on this piece, they go, this one family filed paperwork and stole a house. And then it went on to say, their house. I always hear, a woman has kidnapped a child, Amber Alerts. Then it says, CPS ordered the woman to turn her child in, and she's disappeared. So they are always invoking this, and yes, Obama better know that either an attempted assassination, they've already primed the pump with some of these, or a real op where they kill him deader than a hammer, and it is going to be hellish. And it will cause race riots, no doubt. It will cause total false flag demonization of anybody that criticizes government. And they'll use him as the sacrificial lamb to ram through their entire agenda. So pray for Obama's safety. Pray for his safety every day. Because you've already seen, well, they said on the CNN piece, yeah, these people are cop killers too. And then gave no evidence. Yeah, that Alex Jones, he supports cop killing. Saying the opposite. They want to sick the government and the enforcers on us. And so, Jake, finish your point.
Okay, well, basically, I don't believe Obama is a Muslim. I don't believe that he believes in God. I think he's one of these Illuminati, shape-shifting, devil-worshipping sellouts. I mean, he's a puppet, and I believe that's what he is. But nonetheless,
he's a nihilistic front man who loves to party and use drugs. He admits it, and is bisexual and reads off teleprompters. I mean, they're just worldly scum. When you look at actual globalists at the top, they are very pious and cult-like and focused, and all of them give money to Luciferian groups, and they hate humanity and want to kill people. And Obama doesn't have those characteristics. He's a literal front man.
That's it. But basically my point is they're starting to really focus on, people's opinion of him being a Muslim. And with all this tension that they've raised between the Muslim and non-Muslim communities, they're setting up the perfect scenario to pull this type of staged event and, blame it on a militia group that's nothing but a CIA front.
But let's be clear. If you're at a poker game with a card shark and he's got 10 cards in there, ace of spades, you name it, it doesn't mean he's going to play the Queen of Diamonds, this Manchurian candidate. It doesn't mean that, or the Queen of Hearts, it doesn't mean that just because it's in the sleeve, just remember it's in the arsenal. And it does clearly look like they are preparing that and are looking at green lighting it. Go ahead.
Well, that's basically my point with that. And then, if they did actually go through with it, that would be the perfect excuse to have their martial law and confiscate guns and whatnot. Now, the second point that I did want to make, another thing that I kind of see that the globalists did, and actually Jesse Ventura did a conspiracy show on this, on the HAARP weather radio transmitter, And basically with Pakistan, now you had that general on a couple weeks ago, and he explained how, the intel that, many people are reporting was in the WikiLeaks exposure, was basically exposing the fact